Hello everybody, this is Nick. This is officially kind of my first vlog. I wanted to do some vlogs for a while. I figured I just got a new lease, a new car with my Maserati. Figured what a perfect place to start, but right here. I previously had a Porsche Panamera that I loved. Had it for about 4 years. Thought it was time for a change, so kind of went with something that I thought was a little unexpected for me, and went with the Maserati Ghibli. I thought it was pronounced Ghibli, but I've learned it's pronounced Ghibli, which, in case anybody cares, it's a wind, I guess, coming in from Africa that kind of reaches the Mediterranean. I don't know, something like that. That's what I was told. So anyway, this is it from the outside. I'm sure everyone's seen them. Headlights are kind of cool. I think the front is kind of mean looking. I like it. I got the black color, and it kind of has that sparkle. Was the upgraded paint package. Nice big calipers, kind of the gray looking rims. I got the 21-inch rims. Look at that angle from here. I had the windows tinted. I went as dark as I could go, but staying legal. So back wheels here. I'm sure everyone's seen it. I am a Dolphin fan. Don't hold that against me. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, it's the Q4 model, which is the 4-wheel drive and I guess twin turbo. And that's it. So I'm gonna go in the go sit inside of it, and I'll start to get to some of the things I like and don't like, and just some of the features on the inside. All right, I went with the carbon fiber inside. I like the whole wood trim and the wood paneling, but I kind of like this carbon fiber. I thought it was a little different. Interior is really nice, simple. Seats are comfortable, but kind of sporty. I went obviously with the red and black combination. Nice stitching. They have the cool little clock there. Reminds me a little bit of the Porsche Panamera. I've also had a 911 in the past, which I loved, but needed something a little bigger, so this is kind of the front. One thing I definitely like about it is the sound of the engine. It's a nice little start here. I'll start it in regular mode. There's also a sport mode, so not sure how much of that you could hear.
Special enrollment period.
Let me shut the music. I go to a little rev. That's regular. And right here, there's 3 different buttons. You have a sport mode, an ice mode, which I guess is the opposite of sport mode. It's some type of conservative, saves on fuel type of mode. And an M, which is the lets you do the kind of the Tiptronic shifting. And then obviously the non-skid situation. So you hit the sport, it definitely opens up the throttle. I don't know if you could hear it automatically. Off, on, and then you can even hear the turbos whistle a little bit, which I really like. So anyway, coming on the inside again, I like the carbon fiber a lot. I think that's kind of cool. There's a little space here. Here's the key. The key's really sharp looking, looks great. Love it. The only problem, it is huge and heavy. The Porsche had a great one, and it kind of looked like a little Porsche. And maybe a little smaller in this, but it was a lot lighter. This is definitely a heavy key. So even though I have the automatic door, what's it called, door opening situation, where I can keep this in my pocket and just come up to the car, it senses it and unlocks the doors, it's definitely heavy and bulky to carry in your pockets and in your briefcase and everything like that. The 4 buttons, lock, unlock, you have to hit this 2 times. Sorry, this is a new camera too, so I'm learning how the ropes are. Hit this 2 times for the trunk, and this is the automatic start, which you can do remotely, it works perfect. It's really great. So that's that. Cool key, but heavy. And here's a again, sorry, learning, USB port and an auxiliary port. You got your parking brake, obviously your gear shifter. It's cool, but even the guy before I took the test drive kind of told me it takes some getting used to, and it is a little weird that you have to push down the brake and you have to pull the trigger and kind of just do quick little ones. As you can see, it's kind of weird. Something I feel like they could improve on is every single person that's sat in this thing, aficionado car drivers that drive GT3s and Ferraris, they're always like kind of messing with this, not sure how to figure it out. So that's a little weird. Another little container over here. You got your basic lighter and your two cup holders. You got your CD, all your automatic buttons over there for the air and the I guess it's pretty much the air. And maybe the radio a little bit. This is something that's kind of weird. This comes up every single time. There's no way to get rid of it. At least that's what they told me. It's a little annoying. You have to accept every single time. Besides that, it's pretty basic. Works great. Radio.
If you have
player. You can connect your iPhone. Bluetooth works great. You got your seating controls. I got the rear screen in the back of the car that goes up and down. Let's see if I can see that real quick. I will hit it now. Oh no. Actually, let's see. Here it is. Nothing too exciting, so that's that. Heated seats, all that good stuff. You got your dual climate control, your navigation, pretty basic, your phone, Bluetooth, and some other basic stuff. As a radio review, I'm not a huge audiophile, but the radio to me is pretty bad. I like a little bass, I guess. If I don't listen to tons of rap music or anything, but I'd like a little bass. It's really bad. No bass at all. I mean, probably the worst I've heard of. My Porsche killed it in terms of the radio. So let's see. See if I can find a good station. You can hear it. I mean, it sounds like there's two speakers kind of up there, which there are. And there's my passport radar detector. Two speakers up there, and two speakers down there. And it sounds like there's like nothing coming from the back. Honestly, I don't even know if there are rear speakers. I'm sure there are somewhere, but the radio's not great. But it's doable. You're buying the car for the motor, not for the radio. So, and the fun of driving it. Steering wheel's really comfortable. Nice grips, nice everything. You can kind of do some of your controls over here. Sorry, I'm getting used to this camera. It's kind of throwing me off here. In the back, can't see it, but there's little controllers right back here that control some of your radio and options. Same thing on this side in the back. Control some of your volume and things like that. Basics right here. Has a nice display here. Obviously, you have your miles per hour, your revs, and this can be changed right here. Different settings, messages, radio, and I like it has the navigation feature right here, which is kind of cool. Miles per hour, tire pressure, all that good stuff. Anyway, different things right there. I showed you everything over here. I like the clock. I think it's kind of cool. I don't know, for some reason the shape is a little weird to me, the oval. I guess I'm used to the Porsche Sport. They have something similar there, and it's more of a rounded situation, but that works fine. Obviously, you have your visor, your HomeLink garage controls right here. Sunroof, pretty basic. Opens right up. Actually, I don't think I've ever opened it. Nothing too exciting. Right here, you have your middle console. You hit this button once. I already junked it up in here. Pretty deep space. There's an air vent in here too, so it kind of keeps it a little cooler if you want to put a water or two. Down in there is another USB. If you can see them, another USB, lighter, some basic stuff like that. Shuts the double doors. The headrests, kind of cool to have the logo. Pretty comfortable. You can control the headrests right there. Your rear seats, everything's fine. That's my Porsche umbrella. That middle console, let's just go back there real quick. Shut this off right here. Maybe I'll even show you how the remote start works. By the way, I live in Tampa, Florida, so it's another humid day over here. Some business cards, seating. My Porsche Panamera definitely had more room back here than this. A lot more room. This is definitely a little tighter. Definitely the ladies can fit back there pretty well, but guys, it's a little bit tight. I'm about 5'10", So I will get in here and show you. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Obviously the front seat can go forward a little bit, which it probably would if I was sitting back here. So it's a little tight, but it works. You have dual climate controls back here. The umbrella. You get your little nets for all your stuff. Your control your windows over here. Obviously have some carbon fiber and the kind of the aluminum trim look. And there is, I guess, the rear speaker, but I don't know. I can't hear them real well. Obviously, this back here pulls down. Gonna have the center console. Push that button. You got your 2 strings. Pushes here. That opens up. Over here, you have a 12 volt and a USB. So that kind of works good. That shuts down. You have your light. Nothing exciting. And here's a view of the front of the car. Again, I think the carbon fiber looks real nice. That's what everyone seems to notice when they get in the car. Trunk is pretty decent. I'm going to have a lot of stuff in there, but I'll show you anyway. And I probably should have cleaned the car before doing this, but oh well. You got to push this twice. And you got a pretty deep trunk. I don't know if you can see it. I have some old computer I got to throw away. And usually on my Panamera, it seems like on a lot of the newer cars, there's a button to push to shut the trunk, and there's not one on this car. So I thought that's a little something I think they should add. But there's your rear camera right there, the Q4. Exhaust look kind of cool, pretty standard. I really definitely love the rims. I think the rims are sharp looking. Calipers are great, the brakes are great. Maybe we'll take it for a quick little spin so you guys can hear it. And I will do the remote. You hit this twice. And you can hear it turn on. Have the sunroof open. I don't know if you guys can hear my dog barking in the background. Let me shut the sunroof. And once you do the remote start, you have to push the start button still to drive. Everything kicked in here. I'm gonna throw my seatbelt on. The guy that put the radar detector that hardwired it, he didn't do a great job of angling it, so I gotta tweak that a little bit. Gotta put this thing in the park or to drive. Kind of give a little one-handed drive through the neighborhood. I mean, I have to say, I love the car. It's a blast driving it. It's definitely faster than my Porsche Panamera, which was the base model. I didn't have the S or anything. So, now is it as polished as a Porsche? No, definitely not. So the Porsche was a little more luxurious. I feel like all the details. Oh, that brings another thing. This park assist is the most annoying thing in the world. As you can see, I'm not that close to any, if you can look, there actually is probably a couple feet, and it's horrible. Actually, if you pull into Starbucks, you can't have a conversation with the lady when you're ordering because it's going crazy. I mean, it's loud, and if you're talking on the phone, the person on the phone cannot hear you. All they can hear is that beeping. So the park assist is a little annoying. I don't know if there's something I can change the sensitivity of it. I have to play with that a little bit. Sorry if I'm moving the camera a little bit much here. You have the rear camera. I'll take off a little bit here in regular mode, and then I'll throw it in sport mode too, and you can kind of see. I'll try and get the RPMs while I'm doing this too. I'm not going to go crazy because I'm in my neighborhood. That was me pretty much flooring it to about 40 on regular mode. And I will do it one more time. Sport mode. Here's the throttle. Let me shut this. And that's, like I said, one of my favorite parts is how it sounds when that's on. And we'll do it in sport mode here. definitely fast. You can feel the turbos, I guess, kick in. Has a nice sound to it, not obnoxious. I definitely drive to and from work. I don't go on tracks or anything like that. This is my daily driver, so I drive this all the time. Like I said, if it's something that you're on the phone doing business calls all the time, it's manageable. You can definitely you know, make your phone calls and do some work in here and have important calls, but you definitely hear the exhaust and the engine roar a lot more than the Panamera, even just at idle. So get used to that. It's not again, the most business friendly vehicle. My Porsche was much more, I guess, professional, if you will. I shouldn't say that. And one thing that's kind of, I wanted to make sure is I own my own business. So I wanted to make sure that people don't think Maserati was a little too ostentatious or too showy. To be honest, it's probably the same price as the Panamera that I owned. So that was kind of important to me. And I do notice when you do tell people, you know, and you're at the DMV or you're telling whoever that, you know, what type of car do you drive, you say a Maserati, they're all like, oh, they definitely are kind of impressed by that. And that's good and bad. I mean, if, you know, it's not a bad thing, you should be proud of what you drive. But definitely the Porsche was more, you know, I think you see them a lot more on the road everywhere, so people expect Porsches. Whereas the Maserati, it's more of a they're rare, more rare, and so people are a little more wowed by it. It's not good or bad, just saying what it is. So that's about it. I am done. Thank you very much for my first vlog, and we will talk soon. I cut the last video short at the end there. Sorry about that, but the wife was going through panic mode inside. I guess the dogs were kind of going crazy, and she was on an important phone call. So any of you married guys know, before issues happen, you start to you cut it short. So I did that anyway. Oh, I forgot to mention, this has something I'd never heard of too. It's automatic high beams. I think that's kind of cool. It's not that big of a deal, but put your high beams on, you can leave them on, and if a car comes, it senses it and shuts them off for you, puts them back to regular. So, and then it'll go back to high beams. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching my first video. I'm going to be doing a lot more, some on cars, some on different items that we purchased for the house and gadgets. I'm a gadget freak. So if you like this video, and I hope you did, please like it. It'll help spread the word a little bit. And subscribe to my channel. And that's it. Thanks again, guys.